My SO's best friend bullies me and told me I'm not good enough for her. Me and my SO have been dating since before COVID started. We started dating a few weeks before pandemic stuff happened, so over 3 years now. We have been super happy together and got a place together at the start of the year. She has a friend, let's call him John. They have been BFFs since they were kids. He is very openly gay and is married to his husband. I met John once before the pandemic. He and his husband joined us on our second date. It was only recently that he was actually around and tried to do stuff with us and his husband. Honestly, I never liked John. He has always been someone who demands everyone pays attention to him. If you have an interesting story, he will constantly try to interrupt you and try to tell his own thing, that always much cooler. If he cannot one-up you, he will immediately try to change the topic, or someone calls him out on his bullshit. He has always been somewhat hostile to me, to the point where I never really liked it. The last few months he has pretty much just straight up started bullying me, criticizing everything from my clothes to my appearance, to even things I like. The last week it got super fucking bad, when both me and my SO mentioned we are going on vacation to Japan for a month, something we both wanted to do. John was apparently really hurt by it. Apparently him and my SO talked about that for years, but never did it due to COVID. I tried to be nice and suggested him and his partner come with us, and he told me he wouldn't ever want to go anywhere and be seen with a loser like me. Okay. Tonight was one of our mutual friends' birthdays, and John showed up after being invited by my SO. At one point in the night, he pulled me aside when I went to the bathroom and spent 5 minutes throwing an insane amount of shade at me. Everything from I am disgusting, I am garbage. Then he outright told me to break up with my SO or he would do it for me because our relationship disgusts him. I have told my SO multiple times like, hey, can you tell John to cool it? I don't like this. I don't want to be around him. John immediately denies everything I say he said. He also only does it when my SO is not present. Tonight, I told her word for word what happened, and she just said she doesn't believe me at all. She has known him for a quarter of a century, and she has never seen anything like that. So, I asked if she thought I was lying, and she said I was just embellishing what he was saying, and she can tell he is unhappy about our relationship. But that doesn't change anything for her. She loves me, and that is that. Honestly, I feel hurt. I feel she is taking his side always, and it just makes me feel like shit. I don't really know if I can continue this relationship. It just feels so stupid. Update 1. I tried to talk to my SO. I sat down with her and tried to have a serious conversation with her. I got him to stupidly rant about how much he thinks I am garbage over WhatsApp. He is apparently not racist, but his reasoning is, I am nowhere near attractive enough apparently for her. I am batting way above my league, and the only reason she is with me is pity. My career as software developer contributes absolutely nothing to mankind. It gives me a better than everyone attitude. I am painfully boring, and just being around him makes him want to assault me physically. My voice is unbearably grating on him. I made a few comments explaining how petty that sounds, and he lost it over WhatsApp. I even got some of her own friends to comment and say they don't like to be around John. One of her friends ranted to me about John saying he tried to make her destination wedding about him and his husband. Today, I sat down with her, explained how I felt, and showed her the conversation and the comments. I went with the angle of, I don't want you to cut your best friend out of your life. I just don't want to be around this person at all, thinking it would be diplomatic. She took it very poorly and accused me of being manipulative by egging him on in the conversation. I said, what is your problem with me? She said I am being extremely manipulative, and I am doing what her ex tried to do by controlling who she can be friends with. She told me she didn't want to be around me and needs space, and has decided to go stay with some family while she sorts out her feelings. This evening, she messaged me and said our relationship is over, and she will collect her stuff when she calms down. She doesn't want to discuss it as her decision is final. I am in shock right now. On top of that, it seems like she cut ties with a bunch of her friends who supported me. I don't understand her reaction at all, and I just feel devastated. Part of me just wishes I kept my mouth shut, but I just cannot take being bullied and it being ignored by someone who is supposed to love me. I feel lost and hurt, I guess. So sorry.